I'm Shane.
I'm Bo.
We are your Kentucky Fried Critics.
Now everyone knows what we're doing.
I would hope. Many times we have done this where
Did the smack come through on mic, you think? That kind of hurt.
I can tone that down. That's fixable. Don't worry. I'll make it to where people can hear it and they won't go deaf. You're good.
Hit myself a little too fucking hard there.
It's supposed to see the beauty. It's because you always have to remember, if you're actually doing the scene, the aftershave is what made the scream. The slap was just like the reaction to the aftershave.
Well, I mean, I clearly
you
haven't shaved in a long ass time.
It's all right. It's all right. Nobody expects you to. I'm not. I mean, I'm not as long as you, but I also have not had bare face to the world in a long time.
My face is too fat for that. I hate it.
All right, but so the official, obviously, this is Home Alone, and for a surprise for us, it's the first one first.
It's the first one, yeah. I think there's been like twice other times. That's English, right? 2 other times that we've done that.
Yeah, but usually like we put a lot of thought into it. This was just like we stumbled into deciding to do the first one first. Yeah, on that note, though, it is 3 seasons in before we got to Home Alone. Questionably the biggest Christmas movie of either of our lifetimes. Like, right? Like, been watching it since I can remember.
Since I was like born, because that movie came out in what,
90?
So since I was 2. I can guarantee you I was sitting in the floor, baby head, just.
I was 6 when it came out, but that still means that like any real like memorable Christmases, this
Home was on.
Yeah, so I mean, it's the movie of our lifetime.
For you being like what, almost
the
same age,
like a year or 2 off. So yeah, like
I've been like, I could do that stuff.
I definitely, I had a little bit more of the able to see myself in the character from the jump. Yeah.
I missed out.
Yeah, I mean,
damn it,
it's still pretty good. You got to look up to being that, and then have the self role,
being a smart ass kid. That's not to take no shit from nobody.
So before we get into the movie, since we already are showing the nostalgia love wanting to take over for this one, let's go ahead and talk about the beer, Bo. What do we have?
We've got Jackie O's Christmas Ale with honey and spices.
The only actual Christmas ale.
Yeah. The rest of them are like names.
Well, the rest of them have names, and they might still just be Christmas ales. But this is the only one. You know, like our first Christmas, they were all just, it was Christmas ale. Yeah, we said anything that is called Christmas ale is what we do, and it was easy to find. And so, yeah, this is, I don't know. I think last year maybe we didn't do any just Christmas ales.
I don't remember what we did last year. I know we did
we did the Candy Cane Nitro.
I think there was one Christmas ale in there, wasn't there? There's so many.
I'm not gonna. Well, and we did the Alpha Klaus
for Goldberg.
3 Floyds. Yeah. I don't know. I'd have to look. I don't. We'll stop.
Go.
Someone else do the research.
Go back and
you guys do
watch last year's Christmas horror movies and
tell me in the comments somewhere.
Yeah, do our job for us, please and thank you.
But yeah, this. I will say this beer. This is crazy. When we poured this, I was expecting at best an amber color.
Yeah.
Right? Because of the honey.
Right.
Christmas spices are generally, again, it's like nutmeg. It's brown things.
Yeah.
So you might see a darker color than normal in an ale. This, you'd have
kind
thought.
Of a reddish brown.
You'd have thought this was a stout or a porter in this glass.
But
you have to get so close before you can tell that you can see through. You know what I mean, though? Like, from a distance, though, you can't tell that you can see through that. You got to bring it up into the light.
Right, we're cheating. It's actually just Pepsi.
It looks that way, like the perfect tiny amount of fizz.
You want to drink secretly at the Christmas party this year? Grab some of this and throw it in a Pepsi bottle. Nobody will question you.
And now we've been on record before saying we don't necessarily enjoy a Christmas ale. We just tend to do this because it's a good gimmick. This one's not so bad.
This one's not bad.
The spices are not they're not in your face. You get
I didn't get a nose full of cinnamon as soon as I opened the can.
Yeah. and you get that warming vibe sensation from it, but not necessarily like, again, not the flavor of those warming spices.
Could do with more honey though.
We'll
a little
see.
Sweeter.
Maybe it comes out the more. You know how this works.
Yeah, the warmer it gets.
We'll check in at the end and let you guys know. Maybe we'll taste some more honey as we go.
If not, we can back sweeten it. Just throw some in, stir it up.
But so now that we're done with that beer, let's start with this. So this is a big one. We got big names.
Yeah.
From the top to the bottom, everywhere.
Like
the minuscule characters
for
a
kid's Christmas movie. We have all these huge names for
now. This one is like a real, true family Christmas movie, though.
Yes.
Like this one was not necessarily written for kids. It was definitely written for everybody. The kid just happened to be the protagonist, so like, it feels very kid centric. That being said, like you already said, he's a smart mouth kid in a way that most kids probably aren't.
Oh, the shit he says in this movie would have got me smacked. So they're telling his mom, just be like, "Won't you hang up and make me, dummy?"
Well, especially in 1990.
Yeah, I'm already upstairs, idiot.
But yeah, so this was it's a lot of fun, but again, like it's huge people from like throughout the whole thing. And so we'll start with our director, Chris Columbus. Save the confusion.
Yeah. Time travel. He got done, ruining the Americas and came up here and directed a kids movie.
Now we've talked about him once before, but as a writer, he was the screenplay writer for The Goonies. But he also worked with Joe Dante doing Gremlins. He's a guy who wrote some cool things, but he then became a director, and we didn't mention most of this before because, again, we tend to try to separate, right?
Yeah.
Like when we're talking about them as a writer, we'll talk about their writing.
We haven't had one he's directed, have we?
I don't think. Maybe don't make me actually look at this. But if we did, it was before we looked at things.
Yeah,
I can definitely say that. I can say that for sure. But so he's directed a lot of things, Oh wait, maybe I don't think we have. We've just listened to a lot of things. Adventures in Babysitting, I think, is his, but we've not done it yet.
Yeah, we haven't
want to
do
it.
We will.
But yeah, so like he's a director. But so he also is Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a director.
We dragged that out. I wanted the people in the comments just be like, just say it. You know he did it.
But he's also, he's done a lot of things. Like,
it's not all he's done.
He's a huge director. But again, like, we definitely know that people who listen to the Goonies might have already been like, how did they say that man's name and not mention Harry Potter? We're doing it. He directed Harry Potter, like the first two, I do believe, right? Like,
the first two.
The only guy maybe that did two.
Third one was Daniel Yates. Why do I know that?
I don't know. Kudos, sir. Kudos, sir. For people who have self-admitted we don't know those type of things.
Go me.
Proud
pulled that from the abyss of nowhere.
But yeah, so he's huge. But I don't even really want to talk about him. I want to talk about the man, the myth, the legend that is John Hughes.
Yeah.
Who is the writer of this movie. And this is one of those things.
The guy who wrote the 90s and the 80s.
He wrote
just
everything.
All of it.
Because again, like, you think of John Hughes, you think about the Brat Pack era 80s movies. 16 Candles and The Breakfast Club.
Classics.
And then as you get older and you start to realize, oh, those were his written and directed. When you find out that he wrote so many movies in the 90s.
Yeah.
Like,
and a lot of them were Christmas movies.
Well, he's just done a lot of holiday movies. So it's Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Oh, yeah, I'm going to forget all of them. Christmas Vacation, this, Dutch, which we've covered.
Which we've covered.
But yeah, this he on his writing notes, he also did Baby's Day Out. Like, he's done...
Yeah, I like that movie.
He's done a lot of interesting things throughout his whole career. And so my advice is, if you thought that you only knew John Hughes from the 80s, look him up.
No, he kept going.
Look him up and you're going to realize just how much you were wrong and that he did so much more and so much cool stuff.
It's part of the fun of this podcast. I keep finding it's been like, really? Another John Hughes movie? Fuck yeah.
I did not know. I love this one. So apparently I did find out the reason Christopher Columbus directed this one was because John Hughes wanted him to direct Christmas Vacation. And then he didn't want to. Don't quote me on this, but in one place I saw it was just like scheduling conflict, right? Which is
happens
common
all
Hollywood.
the time.
But in another spot, I saw it say that he had issues with one of the stars, and I think we all know it would be Chevy Chase, because Chevy Chase has a track
notoriously
of being that guy, that douche.
For such a funny motherfucker, why is he such a dick?
I don't know, but yeah, so I think we all know that if there's any reality to that statement, who it was, right?
Yeah,
like, and we can believe
if I had to put money on it.
So, but so that's
it
why
was the kid.
Do that.
We'll do that one.
We'll be talking about that. Hint, hint,
hint.
For everybody at home. So back to this. So I think we've said what we needed to about John Hughes. Like, again, like he is so prolific in his love of Christmas that we will be talking about
another one.
So if we forgot things that we maybe wanted to say today, you'll
tune
hear
in
them soon.
We'll get more into it, and I'm sure we'll find another John Hughes movie.
Oh, certainly.
Oh yeah, no, because we still have to do Planes, Trains, and Automobiles too.
Well, and we've not done any of the other Brat Pack movies.
Yeah, that's
we've
true.
Literally only done the Breakfast
Club
of his Brat Pack movies. We've got John Hughes upon John Hughes upon John Hughes.
Season 4, all John Hughes movies.
But so now we'll get to the stars of this movie. We'll start with Mom and Dad. Just that way we can get them out of the way. Both huge, prolific
actors
throughout
the 90s and 80s.
Yeah, Catherine O'Hara.
Oh, yes.
Again, Beetlejuice. She was on SCTV.
I don't think I've seen that.
The Canadian show.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Never mind.
Yeah.
The Canadian SNL.
Yeah. That's actually where she got started. That's she knew John Candy really well. That's why their scenes are so good.
It's so funny.
Yeah, because they've worked together a lot. Very good friends, I do believe. And then John Hurd as the dad, who we have talked about before. I love doing this to you. Do you remember? Because it technically fit into this episode, because you were like, I know now what his job was.
Nope.
He was like the shady company owner in Snake Eyes.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And you were like, that's how he made his money.
That's how Kevin's dad made all his money.
Good. Good times.
I remembered now.
Good times.
We need to do more Nick Cage movies too.
Well, again, if we wanted to do that could probably certainly be a whole season.
Especially when he lost all his money and he had to just start doing whatever.
But so yeah, John Hurd also did a great job in this, but we don't see that much of him.
Yeah, he doesn't. Most of his lines are, "Hey, everybody, calm down. No, you didn't forget anything."
Well, no, gaslighting.
Yeah,
most of his lines are gaslighting the rest of the family about the worry they should have,
right?
About Kevin being stranded out.
Don't worry about it. See, you called the cops. They're going to send somebody to
Everything
check.
will
It'll
work
be
out fine. Yeah.
And then when he gets to the end of the movie, my favorite part, he's like, "Yeah, we got here on the plane that you didn't want to wait for. Literally 5 minutes behind her."
So again, he doesn't really have a big part. Kevin's dad's biggest role in this movie is to facilitate the conspiracy theory about what his job is
and how he paid for all this shit.
Right. That outside of that, none of us talk about the dad. No. We talk about the Kevin.
Yeah, it's all Catherine O'Hara. She's the real
star
of the parents.
Yeah. For sure. But so then let's move on to our kids. This is, and I mean kids, because we've got a lot of people I want to mention. But so, well, in the family alone, me and my wife had to stop to check, because I said to her, I was like, I don't know if I've ever paid enough attention to see which one of these people are supposed to be cousins
and brothers and siblings. And sisters. Yeah.
There are 5. 5 of them are siblings. You see when he pulls out the family picture. It's Buzz, Pete. Did you notice that?
I know.
It's Big
Pete.
It's Big Pete from Pete and Pete.
Was his name actually Pete in the movie? That would
no. I didn't write down the character name for him, because they say it. Most of those kids, they don't barely mention the names of. I only know Kevin because he's our main character, Buzz because he's kind of the dickhead, and Fuller
because he's gonna pee on me.
Yes. So again, those are the only ones I know the names of. But so yeah, so we, like I already said, we've got Buzz, played by Devin Ratray. Not a guy that I expect people to really know, but he pops up. He does things. I think he came back for one of the later movies as
Buzz.
Yeah,
he's like a cab driver or something.
He's
cop, maybe?
secure. Yeah, like a neighborhood watch cop or something like that. Yeah.
Other than that, I have no idea what he's up to.
But so again, like we already said, Big Pete. That's Mike Morona. I'm pretty sure it's Morona. Yeah. I think that's right. I think that's how you'd say it. Again, I love Big Pete. He's also in movies like Slackers, and he was in a few things.
In a lot of stuff in the
90s.
90s.
Yeah. So again,
because every time you see him, you're like, it's Pete.
Exactly. It's Big Pete.
Which probably pisses him off, I'm sure.
Whatever. We also have this is going to be so obscure, but I see her and I always recognize her. One of the sisters is the one that confronts Big Pete in the hallway when the one that comes through and like gives him a lot of shit. Is Angela Goethals. She is in one movie that I know. I didn't do the research. I just when I see her, I know her. She's the girl that's in Big Girls Don't Cry, They Get Even, which is
I remember that movie.
That's the girl. That's the girl.
Hey, nice.
That's the big girl who doesn't cry. She got even.
My sister liked that movie.
But yeah, so I always see her. I had to look up her name because I was like, I don't know her name, but I know her from that role. I've seen that movie so many times. So yeah, I loved seeing her walk through the hallway a few times because that's basically she had the one talking scene, and then it was just like randomly walking through hallways or being behind somebody.
That was most of the kids' scenes.
Yeah, oh no, that's all of them. But so all three of those people are some of the siblings, and then there's also a blonde-haired girl, and then Kevin. Those are the McAllisters, like the main McAllisters.
Man,
5. They're a good Irish Catholic family.
They are. There's no such thing as birth control in this family.
But yeah, so it is wild to realize that when you're watching the beginning, because again, like in your head,
no wonder that huge house. He needed
it. But also, what I was gonna say is like in your head, you just know that there are uncles there and this and that. So like you see all these kids, and so you always just think, oh, it's just like cousins.
When I was a kid, I thought just all of them lived there.
So
it wasn't until like yesterday I was like, oh, they're just like crashing here before they go to the Fuck, I didn't pay attention to movies.
But here's my thing: the only 2 of the kids you see are cousins that I can think of, and that's going to be the Fuller. Yeah. Fuller is a cousin, and then the kid with glasses up in Buzz's room when they're
when they're playing with the tarantula.
Yeah,
we get the shovel slayer.
Yeah, he killed his whole family with the shovel.
You see that bucket of salt? It's where he puts them in, and they turn into mummies.
But so yeah, that's the only time you see those 2. But again, like if there are other kids, you see so little of them that you can't even process that
flash
they're
across
there.
The screen. There's some curly-haired girl too. I don't think she ever speaks.
Okay, so then there is one more.
Like she's the one that looks like Frank's
I know the
wife.
Yeah.
They have like the same hair, but I don't think she ever has a line.
Probably not. And that's my point. So like there are tons of these kids walking through, but those were the big ones. Those are the ones that again either recognize they're worth talking about like Buzz, or they're huge like Big Pete.
Like Big Pete.
Like they get to have that kind of recognition. But going from there, since you mentioned him, our shovel slayer, you know his name, the character? Marley. I think he says it one time.
Bob Marley.
That is Robert's Blossom.
That's not his real name.
You'll know him from one thing very specifically, The Quick and the Dead, because we've talked about this several times. He's the doc. He's a doc.
He is. Holy shit. We keep bringing it up, man. We gotta find something to do Quick and the Dead as soon as Christmas is over.
But so I just wanted to throw that one out for that. That's the only reason I'm mentioning that one. We'll hit a couple other of these little people, and then we'll hit our bandits, our wet bandits. So we've got Billy Bird. I want to mention because we just saw her.
Yep,
Sweet old lady.
She
was a sweet old lady who was hitting on Santa last week, and now this week she's a sweet old lady who helps someone get to her child. Despite a dickheaded husband.
Yeah. What's the mom's name? I can't remember Catherine O'Hara's character.
Dude,
oh, no.
You know me. When we do movies like this, I only ever refer to the parents as mom and dad. I don't know.
Yeah, she's the nice old lady that talks her husband into letting mom have their seat on the airplane.
Yeah. No, and he was so against it.
I bet she wanted those earrings and the fake Rolex and the $500.
But then the kid sent her over the edge. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Ed. The look on his face, like, oh, God damn it, I just want to go home.
All right, fine.
Stuck
I guess
we're fucking France for 2 more days. Shit.
Sleeping in the airport because we ain't got money for another hotel, woman.
Hey, I watched The Terminal. It's doable. You can live there for years as long as you don't go out the door. So
the only other person before we get to our Wet Bandits I'll mention, because again, small role, huge guy, John Candy.
Yes.
Huge actor. I don't want to say huge guy. Yeah, the polka king of the Midwest. We all know.
We had a few hits in the 70s.
I love this character. So John Hughes is one of those people, he usually is very notorious. Like when he writes a script, it's a script. You read the script. He doesn't want you to go off book. Except for 2 times, very famously, he let them all go off book. In the Breakfast Club, I think when they were all talking about like how they got there, he kind of let them...
just riff on that.
Yeah. And then for this, John Candy had no written lines.
Just go be funny. Just go do your thing. You're the polka king of the Midwest. Go.
Do you?
Oh, okay. I got that.
Which is amazing. I love that.
My favorite line about this is when he's like, yeah, we were huge back, and then she's like, oh, like in Chicago. He's like, no, Sheboygan sold like 650 records. With like big out there.
But again, he said in the Midwest. Is Chicago not technically the Midwest?
I would think, but I mean, we're in Eastern Kentucky.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm not saying we should know who he is. I'm saying she should relatively maybe know who he is.
She was around in the 70s. Surely you heard polka, 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 polka.
Well,
polka.
Look, me and my wife had this very specific discussion about this, and this is very niche for people at home. But we are both of the agreement that she 100% would know who it is for the polka-ness of it all. In the Midwest, he said he's the polka king of the Midwest.
There's probably only one of those.
But so the other reason, and she has a little bit more insight to this because she grew up in a Polish neighborhood in Detroit. But she was like, so the one thing that you'll find about like Polish people is that they're going to be very friendly with Irish people because they're both Catholics.
Yeah.
And so like the chances that this woman most likely would have known this, because if he was big in the Midwest, some Polish woman she knows probably through the Catholic League probably has talked about him before.
Yeah, definitely.
It's one of those very niche things. And maybe correct me if I'm, people who are hearing me talk about this very niche subject, if we're wrong, if you've got insight on why you think that our insight was wrong, tell me.
We're obviously not Irish Catholic, so we don't understand.
Oh, and I'm only speaking on the Catholic part through marriage. Like I'm not Catholic, but my wife,
my ex-wife, was raised Catholic too. So
we're both speaking
adjacent
through a lens. So if we're wrong, tell
outside us. Looking in.
On that though, we can now just get to our bandits. I saved them for last.
Just full of crusade.
Yeah. We'll get to our bandits. I love this.
The ones you've been waiting for.
The Wet Bandits, because this is the first movie, and when we get to the second movie, they're the Sticky Bandits.
Yep.
But right now,
he's adjusted his methods.
His gimmick. Yeah. This time. Although he did not, learn his lesson about how you shouldn't have a gimmick. You'd think he learned that.
Yeah, thanks.
Since the cops specific, but he was happy. Did you know when the cop says it?
He's like, we knew all the houses you've hit. He's just like,
he looks over at Harry.
Harry's just like, you motherfucker.
He was like, did you hear that?
I'm going to kill you.
So yeah, Harry and Marv, Harry being Joe Pesci, Marv being Daniel Stern. I love both of these guys. I do believe Daniel Stern's been on something that we've done. Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, Rookie of the Year.
Because he directed that.
Because he directed that one.
God bless Daniel Stern.
That's why he's not in it as much as we want.
Right. But so yeah, this is so much fun. I had read a thing where it said that part of the reason we get the crazy over the top like performance slapstick from the two of them. Well, not even like the slapstick was written, but like their performance of it is so over the top, and the way they, again, like almost cartoonish, right? Is because both of them went into it like talking to each other behind the scenes, being like, yeah, so this is probably not going to amount to anything, right?
This is going to suck.
So let's just go have fun.
Let's get our check and have a good time. Is that why Joe Pesci sounds like Yosemite Sam anytime he gets
I don't know. But I'll say if that's true, it's deserved.
Yes, that's awesome.
They are like their reactions and their way that they are
perfect.
Is the perfect. And no other Home Alone 2 does it because, again, it's them again, right?
Yeah.
But if you watch into the massive franchise that is Home Alone after this,
not need to happen.
No other person who is the bad guy captures it right. They're too zany. They're too over. They don't do the balance perfect enough where you're like.
And I like French Stewart, but
it was bad.
It was really bad.
These two.
I saw that one in theater.
Did you? That's
no, it was awful.
But yeah, these two capture it perfectly.
Yes.
Like they balance this, like it's over the top, but then they give a grounded reaction to the pain, and
right.
Like,
it feels perfect. Real, even though it's so
even though you know it's not, even though you know it's a cartoon in front of you. So yeah, I love Joe Pesci and I love Daniel Stern for this. Like they deserve so much props for making the movie what it is. Did they get awards
for this? They had to, like best supporting actors or
probably
something.
Not.
They had
like,
to. Come on,
not
it was so
at
good
that time.
Yeah, it's true. It's some family movies not really getting much recognition.
Again, like this movie became what it is. It didn't necessarily release as what we all remember it.
Stupid critics.
But so yeah. I mean, Home Alone is Home Alone. Like again, we're done with the people. Home Alone is Home Alone. I don't know what else to say
about it. You gotta love it.
We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna have fun with this. But again, like I don't know who I'm speaking to. I don't know if there are people who haven't seen it. Am I only speaking to people that love it? Am I? You know what I mean?
I have a hard time thinking nobody's seen this.
Well, you know, I'm just saying though that normally we come into a movie being like, well, we know we're going to be saying some things to people who know the movie, and we're saying some things to people who don't to encourage them to. Is there that this time? Is there that angle for this episode?
It's been running on cable and satellite for like 30 years now. Yeah, every year. Hell, I've seen it play in the summer.
Because it's Home Alone.
It's Home Alone.
I mean, like it's good. It stands the test of time and can be across all seasons.
I actually like the setup to how he gets left behind. It gives the movie like a, is there like magic in this world kind of feel? Because he's in bed and he's like, I wish they'd all just disappear, and then it cuts outside and there's like a sudden windstorm and the branch just is like creeping, almost like it's reaching toward the power line, and then it falls.
I think 2 also has the same kind of vibe for when he gets left. Like there's something going on.
It's like Final Destination. The wind comes through and blocks him in the airport.
I appreciate how smoothly the scene was written for how they didn't catch it with the neighbor kid.
Yeah,
how smooth that was.
That was good because he comes.
They set it up beforehand.
Yeah, he's in there. He's bothering the driver and shit.
You don't even understand why you're seeing it. You're just kind of like, okay, whatever, neighbor kid. You are the driver at the moment that it comes in.
You bother me.
Right? Like I don't even understand what the fuck this scene is for. Go away, kid. I don't need you here. And then you get to the part where they start counting people, and you're like, "Is that kid still here?"
Yeah.
He pulls out the camera.
He's in there they're looking through everybody's shit.
I know.
Too. It's like, who is this asshole?
This neighbor kid's gonna grow up to get arrested for burglary.
Probably.
He's gonna be the next Wet Bandit. I'd say that's the next movie.
I was gonna say that's Home Alone like 9. Yeah. They'll get to it. Remember Marvin or whatever the fuck his name was?
Yeah, it's
Melvin.
I do love that kid because it was so perfect because like he never realized he got counted.
No, he's just like, oh, somebody just grabbed my head.
They never realized what happened. He was just like perfect timing. Bye guys,
bring me back something from France.
Again, it was so. John Hughes definitely wrote that smooth, dude. Like that's one of those scenes where like
it makes this movie feel more realistic that way because it's not this like super contrived bullshit reason.
It's so easy to believe that people, while in the mass confusion of doing that could happen. That
even with the power going out, like still you need this. Otherwise, it's like, well, they would have realized they're missing somebody.
But this would perfectly.
But that fucking kid,
right? Perfectly solves it. So it's a master class.
Mm-hmm.
He knew what he was doing. I want to throw out to you some of the crazy things from behind the scenes, maybe. Because, again, we're here at a movie where most people have probably seen. I don't know what we're really telling you about the things that are in it. Did you know? So, the flooding scene.
Yeah.
They wet the reason they're the Wet Bandits.
Yeah, the whole basement's flooded and it's just going down the stairs.
Do you know how they did that?
Did they just flood somebody's house?
No. It's crazier. They built an entire replica of the basement in a swimming pool at a local high school where they were shooting from.
That's cool.
So that way, no harm, no foul.
Yeah, right.
The worst they were at was the plywood that got wet. But everything else, it just went straight down the drain.
That's awesome.
Isn't that? Practical effects. No,
see what you can cheat. I thought they just flooded some poor guy's house.
You thought it was an actual basement. That's how good it is. Because think about it, it all works like concrete. If it's a high school swimming pool, it's gonna have like that concrete-ish finish. Like,
what makes it work is because when Kevin runs up the stairs and the door opens, you can see a kitchen behind Marv and Harry,
which means they probably
built that little section of the kitchen just for that shot, and then it's a flawless cut into the house's kitchen again, and they're hanging him up on the door.
I miss it.
So good.
I miss that they do.
We used to try when we made movies. I don't know what's happened. Hollywood, come on, you got all the money in the fucking world. Why can't you do this?
Well,
you rely too much on your stupid technology.
I think
hire craftsmen.
I think I saw that was a John Hughes specific. Like he called for doing it that way. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah. You have to do practical effects. It makes it feel real.
It will definitely helps. Again, like he ran up real stairs.
It was wet.
Was real water coming.
Yeah,
exactly.
I bet they made it cold water just to keep with the theme of it, so he'd have that reaction when he hit the. Now they just CGI the water in or something stupid.
All of it matters.
Yes,
that's what I'm trying to say. Some more of the crazy behind the scenes, and I had seen this one in a few places. Like, this is one of those ones like I knew, and then I just looked up to double check some of the ages in the thing that are. But so Kevin McAllister, obviously we see a few times he does some shit where they were never gonna let Macaulay actually do this, like the fall down of the climbing up the shelving to get to the money,
the toboggan down the stairs.
So they had a 30-year-old man
who's just was like 3 feet tall.
And that's who did all of those type of things. And like you can find things from Macaulay Culkin talking about how crazy it was to see like this guy
over there dressed like me, smoking a cigarette, beer in his hand,
having to come in, and he's like climbing the thing. He's like, yeah, because it's too dangerous for me.
Yeah, I'm a little kid.
But that guy, which to me is so funny because I never really thought about it till I was doing like the double check today to see like how I knew he was in his 30s. I think I saw they was exactly 30, but I was double checking and I was like, maybe he was 40. I don't know. I knew he was like a middle-aged man. But I thought about this. I was like, so again though, if it's so dangerous because of like maybe his size, what's the difference?
He's lived a longer life. He's expendable. And you've experienced the world. You can die.
Well, and bone density.
Yeah,
right? Like bone density is, I guess, a little bit.
Well, I don't know. Fucking little kids.
But that's flexibility. Yeah. I don't know.
I fell out of all kinds of shit when I was 8 years old and just got right back up.
It did kind of make me laugh, though, because I was just like, in all fairness, if it was bad for this guy that size, wouldn't it be bad for that guy that size? I'd never really thought about it before. I knew that it was a tiny man doing those stunts, but I just never really thought about it. And I was like, huh.
Wow. He's seen titty. It's okay. He can die. Macaulay has not.
One of my absolute favorite things that's in the movie that I feel like a lot of people, unless they actually take the time to look into this, get fooled by it, is our fake movie. In the movie?
Oh, yes. No.
It is a fake movie. Did you think it was real?
I was so upset when I found this out. I was like, no, you mean that's not a real movie? Because I always wanted to see this movie.
Angels with Filthy Souls.
Right? That's so badass.
We all know it. It's where the fun quotes come from.
Keep the change, you filthy animal. I'm going to give you to the count of 10. 1, 210. It's the best. I wanted to see this movie so bad.
Yeah, not a real movie.
Why can't we though? Let's make this movie. We can black and white it. Fucking noir gangster fucking movie.
Well, what's funny is if you watch the Home Alone franchise, I think in 2 you find out that there was a sequel. I don't remember what it was called, but
Still Filthier Souls.
Something weird. But then in one of the newer ones, they've made a sci-fi reboot of it, and you see the scenes from the sci-fi reboot of it.
Okay, kind of want to see that. That's probably funny as fuck.
Not a real movie, but again, we all at some point in our lives, if you were a kid in the 90s, you thought
this was a real movie.
You thought it was a real movie. You thought you could go out and rent this movie.
How many of us had the grandparents with the super old black and white
movies?
Yeah.
You're just like, I just haven't found the right one.
I just haven't found it yet.
Yeah, like I'm gonna dig through until I find that one. So the name is based on a real name of a movie, which is Angels with Dirty Faces is the real movie name. And so they just took it a step further, Filthy Souls. But yeah, we get it sets up this crazy mob story. It's so fun.
Right, it looks so awesome. Like you want Humphrey Bogart to be the guy who avenging that snake guy who got shot, right?
So it's our main guy, the older dude is Ralph Foody. It's Foody, but I'm not going to say that it's pronounced Foody. It might not be.
Man likes his foods. I mean,
and then the other guy, Snakes that comes in the door is Michael Guido.
Oh my God, no, it's not.
Yes, it is. I feel like we need to bleep that. I felt weird writing it down. Yeah,
I feel like we should bleep that.
So yeah, that's they did a phenomenal job. Yeah, because again, so totally believe they came from the time period. Totally believe everything
I've watched
about it.
Movies from the 40s and shit.
Yeah,
again, so it's spot fucking on the film grain. Yes, even you want to be
perfect. Like, oh well, it's overacting. No, it's not.
It's not, because if you've ever watched,
that's what they were like back then. Because again, they were still was at that transition from stage to reel, so they still sometimes were just like.
That's why Humphrey Bogart talk like this. See,
yeah. So again, like it. I love that, and it's one of those slightly behind the scene things where I feel like people need to know this. It's not real. We wish it was real.
We'll never see it. Some enterprising YouTube director with more money than he has sense, make this movie for me, please.
Well, but then you also need a scriptwriter to flesh out a full script.
I mean, if he's good, he can do both. I'm not calling him out or anything, but
you're expecting him to do the Hughes, the 80s Hughes.
Hughes it up, make me my gangster movie.
Write, direct, and produce, because you need to have your own
just
money.
For me.
Right?
Don't let anyone else see it. Send it directly to me.
But yeah, so write, direct, and produce, because he has to be able to pay for this himself.
Pay for it, yeah.
Write, direct, and
you gotta act, pop the popcorn at the premiere, just do all of it.
Yeah, this movie it's so much fun with all those things like this. And again, one of those things that I probably it's so much more nuanced that I don't think I ever noticed until watching it this time. Again, probably helps having like a kid in the room with me while I'm watching it, so I see it through like so many versions of the movie. Like I'm seeing it through my kid lens, my adult lens, his way of interpreting it. I never realized just how much we have fun and we laugh at the fun pranks going through the movie, but it really is an evolution story. It's like, it is like Kevin is becoming a better person
a little bit
through this, right? Like he's fighting his fears. He's standing up to being afraid of the furnace.
At the beginning, he's kind of a bitch.
Well, and he's
afraid to go upstairs. He's afraid of the furnace thing.
Well, afraid of the guy. But even outside of just the fears, like he understands responsibility now because he has first
to go to the store.
He goes to the
do
store
laundry and shit.
Yeah,
because before then, mom took care of everything. He is what the French call les incompetents.
So again, like the movie does this job of like. It doesn't hide it, but it like perfectly blends it into it, because that is not.
You could miss it if you're not paying attention.
It is not a movie where that's the story's focus is not that he is evolving as a person. It just kind of happens through the story, and if you're paying attention, you're like, he's just a better kid now.
Because when he first figures out he's left behind, he's like, he does the typical kid thing. He's like, I'm going wild, jumping on the bed, I'm eating all the candy and the ice cream. And
I'm watching the movie.
I'm watching the movie. I'm eating junk and watching rubbish. You better come and stop me.
Okay.
No, nobody. All right, I'm gonna keep doing it. But then that gets old, I guess. And he's kind of like, oh wait, I gotta
I can't keep doing
yeah,
this.
like I gotta do stuff. I have like no food. I ate all the junk food, so
my clothes smell bad.
Right? Fuck. What do I?
Knowing again, being very real about this, as 8-year-old in the 90s, he probably hadn't bathed.
Yeah.
It wasn't just that he was like, my clothes smell. He was like,
yeah,
I smell. That's what.
It's been 2 days. I stink.
That's what inspired the shower scene. It was really his I like how he listed
it off. I washed my hair with premium shampoo, and I cleaned all of my various cracks and crevices, especially the major ones, and my belly button, which I'd never done before, but it was a pleasant experience.
Again, this was it's perfection.
Yes.
Like
as close to a perfect family movie you can get.
Because again, it's for everybody. As an adult, I enjoyed this movie. There's not a
person on the planet that can't enjoy this movie.
As a kid, I enjoyed this movie. As a teenager, I enjoyed this movie. Like, there's never been
as a 90-year-old man, I will enjoy this movie.
100%. I don't see it.
I hope this is one of the last movies I see.
I don't know if I'll go that
put it on the list. Give me my like top 5 last movies. We'll throw this one on.
Bo's trying to go out at Christmas. He's trying to make everybody else's season not so fun.
Trying to ruin it for everybody. Die right on Christmas. That way you all will be like, oh, Christmas is ruined. No, I'm not that mean. I'm sorry.
So I will point out one of the great things. So like we said, this is for everybody, right? And usually when we say, like a kid movie is made for adults, especially today, right? Like you instantly are like, oh, that means they hid crude jokes. And like when you first think about Home Alone, you're like, no, it's not like that. No. It's totally just
there's like 4 cuss words in the whole movie.
But then you get the subtle things that John Hughes threw in, like the officer ballsack.
Yes, I got that.
That literally I had never paid attention to.
I hadn't either.
And I was like, his name is Ballsack?
They just let this guy go. This was like the first cut because he's eating the donut and a piece of it falls onto the fucking phone and like sticks there for a minute. And it's just staying there.
I love that guy, and I hate myself that I didn't go back to look up his name because I do love this.
He's been in a bunch of shit.
Well, and one of the reasons I love him the most, I can give you a very specific. I know him from that I will like instantly and will always know, like have this connection with, is he's the guy who plays the fake Kramer on Seinfeld. Because like Seinfeld's whole thing was like it's a show about nothing, and then there's a point in the show about nothing where they're pitching the show about nothing to NBC, where they're making Seinfeld meta-ly inside Seinfeld. He is the guy who plays Kramer. Yeah, like he is Kramer, but not
the
Kramer.
Actor playing Kramer.
Yes, and dude, and it's so funny because I love him because the whole gimmick for that in the show is that he's so much more Kramer than Kramer that Kramer gets paranoid about it. But it is all acting because as soon as like it's done and he's not trying to put it on the show, he's just looking at Kramer like, "What is your problem, dude? Like, leave me alone." Like, I mean, that's just a guy.
I'm just acting,
and
Kramer doesn't get it.
Yes, and I love this guy so much because he is
watch Seinfeld.
He's so he's so wild like he is in this, where he's just like so off the wall, but he's also at the same time he's being that off the wall, just so calm demeanor about it, like the way he is on the phone when he's talking to him, he's saying some like they're like, "My kid," and he's just like, "It's calm down."
He's like, "Relax, lady. So you want us to go and check? All right, make sure your kid is we can do home." I like how he's just like, "Has your child been in a violent incident with a drunk and or mentally unstable family member?" No. Okay, flips the page.
So yeah, he does.
He's just reading the script. He don't give a shit.
He does this, so that's how he is in the show. He goes from like crazy ass Kramer to instantly like deadpan. Like, why are you talking to me about that? I don't understand why you're even like. That's just a guy on the stage.
What acting is, right? Like, you understand. I am an actor.
Yeah, he's really good. To me, my favorite interaction with the cops is when they call and get the lady, because she is the one that's outrageous. Like, yeah, he at least it seems like his affect is just to be that way, right?
Yeah.
Like he at least did care. He was reading the things he needed to read. Maybe he just didn't know exactly how to. I don't know. We can give him a lot of benefit of the doubt.
He's like, nobody got beat up. Not my problem. Back to the other cops.
But when the lady starts talking to him, she is wild because she's just like, oh yeah, I get it. You're in Paris. Your kid's at home. We'll send some. Like she totally knows the deal,
right?
But acts flippant. Like,
we'll send a cop. Don't fucking worry about it.
I don't understand why you're so stressed right now.
Right? Which there's your answer. I saw people online being like, why didn't they just call the police and stuff? I'm like, well, you clearly didn't watch the fucking movie, did you?
Well, here's the thing, too. You got to remember, they do call the police. This is one of those things, it always seems weird if you didn't live in the time, right? Because internationally, they couldn't call the house. But as you notice, Kevin, he calls the pizza.
He calls to order pizza. So, yeah, the police could have called the house.
The police, because they're local, could. So the way this works is at the time, a substation could go out, which would keep any call outside the city from coming into the city.
Yeah.
But calls within the city to within the city would still have worked.
So like still had your like internal network.
This is one of those things where it was like so many movie fans were rabid about if this could be a thing that like Bell South or one of the giant phone companies
Bell, get it right.
They had to come out and be like, no, that is how it would have worked.
That's how it would have worked.
Like, you guys think it's a mistake, like you think you
just don't know how phones work.
Yeah, you think you found a goof in the movie, but
they're in Paris. It's an international call. That's a different line. That's gotta go. It's gonna get stopped because that connection's broken.
If you were outside Chicago, maybe even outside that suburb. You couldn't know. I don't know exactly. I don't know how. Like the substation could. I don't know which substation it is. So
it could have been that whole suburb too.
But so again, the whole point is just that yes, he could have still been using the phone while not being able to take phone calls from his parents feasibly. Yeah. That is a very real thing. But we are just now living in an age where think about it. You definitely thought I don't know. That seems weird.
Yeah.
But if you live in an age where you've only ever had a cell phone, kids today, they've only ever had a cell phone, it really seems
call anybody with a cell phone.
It definitely seems like a goof to be he's making a phone call, but his parents can't call him. So I understand why it took a long time before they had to make an official statement, right? It took a long time of newer generations coming out and being like, yeah, that makes no sense, and them having to be like, you weren't alive.
Yeah, you weren't there for the phone.
You're wrong. It makes sense. But yeah, so it is one of those. It's one of my favorite type of little facts about the movie is because it's so niche, but so many people got upset about it that the company had to be like, no, you're wrong.
I love that the phone companies came up to defend John Hughes and Home Alone.
Well, it's one of those things where. You know how diehard movie people can get sometimes. It was one of those things where it's because they knew. Again, we know that they're a Chicago family, right? We know that, and so people were like, "No, but I know Chicago. Blah, blah, blah,
I'm from Chicago."
Yeah. And they had to be like, "Yeah, but were you from Chicago were you of an age at the time that this happened?
Did you live in Chicago in 1990?
How this could happen?
No, you were born in 97. Shut the fuck up."
But yeah, so that's why it came out is because again, people just backtracked real information to be like, "Oh, we know that's so bull. That's not how it would have worked." And then they got taken by the company and said, no, that is exactly how
Ma Bell smacks them down. Bam!
That's exactly how that works. One of the last things I think I'll say, because again, we don't want to talk about all the scenes in this. You should have
watched it.
Unlike
if you want, you can even skip the first hour and just go to the fun bit where he's beating up with all his traps on Marvin. But I will point out my favorite one.
Well, we can do that. Yeah. What's your favorite one?
My favorite one is the blowtorch.
On the head?
On the head when he opens the door. It's rigged so perfect. There's this big pulley system of strings up and then boop. And he opens it and it makes, if you notice, when he goes and dives out and he pulls his head out, it makes a sugar cookie pattern on the top of his head.
It leaves the hair right in the middle, which I didn't understand how right dead center there was going to be hair.
Did he have a puffball on his hat? Maybe that's
I don't think so, but I like where you're going at. The puffball gave extra time.
It gave it extra time
before it singed. I do enjoy that one, but the reason that one kind of always gets to me is just how long he stood in the fire before reacting. Because he really does stand there
it's like 5
for
seconds.
Way too long.
He stands there and just goes,
for a dude who just touched the
doorknob and branded himself.
You'd think he would have reacted to the heat a lot faster the second time.
Who do you think got beat up worse?
Well,
Marv or Harry?
First, I get to say my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
You're trying to cut me off?
Jesus, hostile.
My favorite is the iron.
The iron with the light bulb. It looks like it's a light. Yes. That's the smartest one in my opinion.
Well, it's also the reason it's my favorite is because, like we already said, these guys do this like they're cartoon characters, and out of all of them, that's the most cartoon. He pulls a thing, he gets the imprint on his head.
It's just there for the rest of it.
It's the most like, this is a human being a cartoon moments in the entire movie. And like all it was missing was a bird flying around his head, right? Like that is.
Was there a sound effect? Sometimes they'll do shit like that. We'll have to go back and look. Maybe there was a sound effect.
Again, that one, my absolute favorite. Although I will say, I do have an issue with it. As an adult, I feel like unless we were trying to insinuate it was hot, it would never have left the marks we saw on his head.
That's what I always thought when I was a kid. I thought he just like left it on.
But we see it this time. It's clearly not supposed to be hot.
It's just smashed into him.
And there's no way it would have left the imprint. No. It did. I mean, it would have left an imprint. I'm not saying,
but not a perfect like like the
yes, like the handprint on his brand. Hand. Yeah.
That's why I thought it was hot when I was a kid.
That's my only qualm with that scene.
My only problem with it is he pulls the thing and there's a full like 4 seconds before it falls. He stares at it. Step to the side.
Now, on the note that you were wanting to go to, which one do I think got the worst
ass whipping
down? I don't know. It's really hard for me to say because here's the thing. Harry, Joe Pesci, he took a lot of extra damage, like actual hits. Like, like when the paint can comes, he gets front and back. Like he gets extra.
He gets the burn on the head and the hand. He gets the crowbar to the fucking sternum.
Now, again, he gets friendly fire.
Yeah. Marv, what are you doing?
Now, all that being said, I really can never get past the fact that Marv gets a nail straight through his foot.
Oh, God, I hate that scene.
That's the one I have to look away.
Me too. Every time, as soon as you see like the shoes stuck in the tar up the stairs, you're just like, oh nope, no, I don't want to see it. Because it looks like he actually steps on the nail.
Such a big nail. That thing is going. He has a hole through his.
Have you ever stepped on a nail? I have. That shit hurts.
But again, like look at like the length of this one. That thing went through his whole foot. It was out the other end.
Yeah, no, mine I like stopped. It went like that far. It just kind of pierced my boot.
There's no way this one didn't go all the way through his foot. And so like I'm always torn because I will definitely give you Harry takes more damage, like total damage, physicality. But the damage Marv takes is outrageous, dude. Because after that, he then
steps on the ornaments,
which I have issue with that scene. The glass one bothers me because he's only lucky that they fell for that in a way that they got hurt.
Yeah.
Right? He could never have guaranteed
that he'd go foot first.
That Marv would the foot first is fine. Listen, he could never have guaranteed that Marv would have taken his shoes off because of the trap downstairs.
That's a good point. What if he was wearing like
if he was wearing not even boots, any shoe. Have you ever stepped on an ornament? That kind of glass it's not like this. It's not thick reinforced glass that could go through a shoe. It is the kind of glass that will just shatter and crumble and be sand on the ground. That trap only worked because he was barefoot. And on top of that, I still don't think it should have worked because that is after he stepped in the tar and then immediately went from tar to ice, which should have made a hard substance on his foot.
There's a rubber seal now.
I feel like he still should have been able to walk on those ornaments.
Yeah.
No problem.
It scared him. That's all it was. The popping noise freaked him out.
But yeah, like I do though, since we don't get to see all that, we do see that it does hurt him. He's again like that happening right after getting a nail through your foot.
I just picture it's like fucking like Die Hard. He's after the movie's over, he's just in the jail cell, just like trying to pick slivers of glass out of his fucking feet.
Oh, now that since we did decide to talk about this, since we mentioned earlier, John Candy, the only one that got to ad-lib a line. Not true.
Oh,
there's one other line in the entire movie that was ad-libbed. It was Daniel Stern. And it was when he looks at Joe Pesci and he says, "What happened to you?
Why are you dressed like a chicken?"
That line was supposed to be, "Why did you set yourself on fire?" And then he changed it to the, "Why are you dressed like a chicken?"
Because he's so covered in feathers, you can't even tell he'd been caught on fire.
Well, not only that,
and it makes sense.
Like the angle that you'd see him from would also be hard. And I was like, I love that, and because I like that line. I like the chicken line. I don't think it would have worked as well. Why'd you set yourself on fire?
Why'd you take your shoes off? Why are you dressed like a chicken?
Yeah. But yeah, that's the only
That's the least damage that Harry takes in the whole movie, too. It's like, that one's just to piss him off.
Tar and
feathered him.
With not even real tar. Just fly paper, essentially, right? Like
I thought he just like sprayed glue on some saran wrap.
Well, again, but that's essentially fly paper, right? Like,
yeah, that's basically what it is. Yeah.
Most fly paper is like wax paper with something sticky on one side, right? Now I think we have certainly overwhelmed our stay. We've overstayed
your welcome stay is done.
But this was it was, again, guys, it was a lot of fun. But before we can totally wrap things up, we have one last thing we have to do.
Yes.
Bo, what's your thing, man?
The house would have caught on fire. I'm not joking. When he puts the like heating element on the door to brand and shit, that thing is glowing red. Unless that is a solid steel door, not just a steel door with like, you know, a frame, because that has the styrofoam installation in it. That fucking house was gone. Harry and Marv have nothing to worry about. Kevin died in a house fire.
No evidence.
No evidence. It's done. They kind of pick through the ashes and grab the shiny bits of metal that melted.
They just tell the McAllisters, like, we should have paid more attention when you told us your kid was at home alone.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
What a sad ending to Home Alone, Bo. What a sad.
I ruined it. I'm sorry. But it bothered me. I was just like, no, that house would be on fire.
I think, again,
because when shit glows orange like that's
like it's a different level of heat that most people don't understand. Yeah, I agree.
1,000 degrees.
I agree with you. I will also just say, though, in a movie where we already established these guys are essentially cartoon characters.
Yeah, that's all that saves it. But like real world, a house is on fire. Kevin killed himself.
I get it, though. I understand where you're coming from with the thing being just like, I had to find something.
Yeah,
I had to find something.
Dude, no, because it was hard.
Okay.
I had a hard time.
Wait for it.
Ask me.
Let's see.
Shane, buddy, what was the thing?
So the closest I could do, like we're saying, this is such a loved thing that I did. I couldn't even get myself
search for a pedantic ass reason.
The closest I could get to was the mannequins. Where the fuck did 15 mannequins come from? How did Kevin have?
That's a good point. I never even thought of that. Like the Jordan poster makes sense.
That was upset.
Where'd all the rest of the?
So here's the thing. I'll even say this. It was the only one I could come up with. And since it was the only one I could come up with, I did take the time to even look up to see if there was an explanation. So unlike almost every other time we've ever come to this,
like we have a reason for.
I can tell you. I can tell you.
We can explain.
I still don't like it, and it's still my thing.
Yeah, that's fine.
But the reason is, if you read the novelization of the movie, and therefore the original intent of John Hughes, and Chris Columbus has backed this up. Chris Columbus has backed this up in interviews as recently as 2023.
Oh, nice.
That originally, and was supposed to, and it is the case, it's just that we don't see it in the movie. Her job, the mom's job, was a world-class fashion designer.
Oh, so maybe she's the one making all the fucking
money.
Well, no,
so here's the thing. Not to break everybody's poor little hearts about the mob theory or us with the he's a secret tech billionaire theory from Snake Eyes. It is supposed to, again, go into the novelization, therefore what John Hughes might have meant. Again, doesn't matter. It's not in the movie.
That's right.
His intent was like an ad exec. For the dad.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And so they both made money. My problem to you would be, she had how many kids?
5, 6.
She's a world-class what now?
No, fuck, she's not with 5 kids. No, she's not.
And so,
unless she just does not, just the nanny's raising those little bastards. I'm busy.
But we don't see no nanny. Wouldn't the nanny have been there when extra family was there? So
the nanny would have been there, and when Kevin woke up, been like, "What the fuck are you still doing here?"
So again, like, I do know the answer, but again, if you go by the movie gives us no explanation. We don't see them in the attic randomly.
No, like, I mean, when he's in the parents' bedroom, there's a sewing machine, but there's no mannequins.
Yeah. So again,
in that room,
they come out of nowhere in the movie. What I will tell you is, again, so John Hughes and whoever wrote the novelization, again, probably talking to him while they did it. And then Chris Columbus has said, when he talked to Hughes about this, when he was directing the movie, they've all said she was supposed to be a fashion, person, designer. Catherine O'Hara has a different theory. She doesn't like that theory. Because again, she kind of points to she had how many kids now?
Yeah, I mean,
you think she was doing what now?
You men thinking we can do shit like that.
Her theory is that this woman had 5 fucking kids. And so at one point, she had the kind of fucking idea that most women would have. I don't want to keep buying clothes. I'm going to save a ton of fucking money. I'm going to make their clothes. And that she then proceeded to make one outfit for each child.
Found out she was really good at it.
No. She's not even there. And then she said, fuck, I'm not doing all that work. Because again, she is of the belief that the husband is making all of the money. That she is not doing anything. And so she was like, and so then she tried making these outfits and she was like, I'm done with that hobby. And then put everything upstairs. Or the basement.
That's way more realistic.
It is way more realistic than to believe that he's an ad exec and she's a world-class fashion designer
she's just
from home with 5 kids.
I'm not spending all that money. I'll just make their fucking clothes.
So
fuck that. That's hard.
This is the first time ever.
It explains the little mannequin.
Yes,
on the turntable. I like that better. Yeah.
So again, I found explanations for it, but it's still my thing because I don't care who you are. First time watching this movie, 18th time watching, 30th. Well, I'm 40 something, so I don't know how many times. You're gonna just keep telling yourself, why the fuck are they there? You're not gonna be like, she must have been making clothes.
Even if she was one, you'd have one mannequin,
right? Well, again, much like you're going to see them and just instantly be like, that doesn't fucking make sense. You're going to be like, they don't tell us his job. How's he making that much money?
Yep.
How's he affording this? You're going to think he's a mob boss.
They're Ford first class. The private jet thing. The mom just looks when they're trying to get home and there's no flight. She's like, what about a private jet? The dad doesn't go, I can't afford that. What the hell are you talking about?
The wasted money in this movie is rampant.
Right.
Dude.
And the lax ass security.
They pay for those shuttle vans from the airport to whatever suburb they were in, which also leads to, we're gonna have to wrap this up.
Yeah, we're gonna just keep going down the hole, man. Spiraling.
But so I want to point this out to you though. That led to a scene where I was like, I don't buy this. So if you had, again, this is a thing that doesn't really exist anymore. You can't get like a shuttle, airport sponsored shuttle to a suburb, if that ever existed in the first place. But certainly today, probably not happening.
No, best. But here's my thing: parking lot.
Here's my thing: if you could, though, right? There's no way that whatever that cost you shuttle to your house in the suburbs would not have included arrival to a door by the gate.
Yeah.
It would not have been main entrance, right? Like, again, like if you're paying for that service, they would not have dropped you at main gate entrance.
Nope.
The run through the fucking airport like they're going to miss a plane never would have happened.
Nope.
They'd have been good.
Yeah, they'd have been totally fine. But then we wouldn't have got the.
I know. Again, it's great. We didn't
even. The music is a big guy too. It's fucking John Williams does the music for this whole fucking movie. We forgot about him.
It's okay. We've definitely mentioned him plenty of other times. He's gotten his dues.
Yeah,
from us.
Just saying.
But yeah, like you said, though, the money. The biggest, to me, waste of money it goes back to what you said in the beginning, dude. The dad shows up 5 minutes after she does because they took the morning flight. And now my wife was like, international dateline, morning flight in Paris doesn't mean anything. I was like, I don't even care about that. She left the morning dateline doesn't make the 12-hour difference from when she left them to when they got their change, right? Yep. Did they fly on a supersonic? How did they take a morning jet? Delta. At least what you got to figure, they left the airport, got to a hotel, slept for the night, came back to the airport. So you got to figure 9 hours at the minimum after she got on a plane.
Had to have been one of the Delta ones, the supersonic.
Yeah, dude, there's no way.
First class too, because Dad's not Uncle Frank, especially. Oh, he's not gonna sit.
Well, Dad pays for Uncle Frank.
Fuck Uncle Frank.
Dude, Uncle Frank has no, as far as I can tell in the movie, has no money of his own. Dad pays.
He's such a mooch. He steals the silverware from the plane.
Okay, we gotta stop. We're about
to go on like a whole thing.
A whole different movie.
Yeah, a whole different one. That's it. We
had fun. I think obviously we can tell you that beer is good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. My favorite Christmas ale so far because it doesn't taste like a fucking pumpkin. It's
the least Christmas ale-y.
It doesn't taste like Christmas cake.
Yeah. Least Christmas ale-y Christmas ever. Yeah, so way to go, Jackie O's. I appreciate this. I will say, though, since we specifically mentioned it in the beginning, the honey never came back.
Yeah, it never came back.
The honey never came out more.
Yeah,
back implies it was there to start with.
That's right. I want to put more in it. I want to try that. I want to put like a tablespoon of honey in there.
I think it would make it taste like, again, it's got that. Like we said, you can't taste the warming spice, but you can feel it. The warming spice. I feel like the honey flavor with the warming spice, which is, again, that's what they wanted.
But it didn't quite come through.
Well, I'll tell you, have you ever had mead? Like just like
straight
made
mead
from honey?
Yeah.
It does kind of have that because, honey mead doesn't taste like honey anymore.
No.
It's kind of got that quality to it.
It's true.
Maybe honey just doesn't ferment right.
There's a really good mead. It's called Viking Blood. It's got like hibiscus in it and shit. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, maybe the honey just doesn't ferment in the way we would want it to.
I don't know.
So it means that you're right. We should add it afterwards.
Yeah, we should
to get to make sure we're getting the flavor,
honey flavor.
To go back to what we were saying. All right. 2 things before we're completely finished. First, we do have Jack to talk. Jack's got his opinion. He's going to let you guys know what he thought. Now, Home Alone is one of those movies. It's a family staple. I didn't say this while we were doing this, but this is one that Jack has watched probably as far back as he can remember, right? Every year. Yeah. So, what's your favorite part of this movie?
The one when when Kevin shot the people in the with the BB gun.
He shoots them in the head.
Yeah.
Do you like the head or the groin area? I don't really
right here.
Undescript area.
This area.
Yeah.
He shoots poor Harry and he starts.
You like that?
Yeah. I like the 2 of the parts, and I like the part when they keep slipping in the ice.
Yeah. We keep falling down the stairs. Yep. No, Harry's stunt double takes such a huge bump, doesn't he?
Why was Murph like he was
because it was stuck on the tar that he put on the stairs.
Yep. The very first step.
And he got something in
the nail.
Yeah, the nail.
You ever step on a nail?
No.
Oh, I hope you don't.
What was it you found out this year? You're the same age
as Kevin.
Oh, so we can just leave you alone now. You can just
No.
What? No, you don't want to
You're not ready to be. You're not ready.
You're not going to fight burglars.
You're not ready to be home alone.
I want to do that.
I want to do that, but I don't think I'm ready.
First off, I need to buy booby traps.
You got to make your own. That's
you take the toys you have and you make your own.
You got some sharp stuff in here.
I like.
He's looking around. He's planning. He's like, oh man, maybe I do. I think I can pull it off.
All right. Well, before we let him go too maniacal, I think we're good. I think we got everything covered here.
I started something.
So, bud, before we finish, is there anything you want to tell everybody?
Like and subscribe.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Before we're completely finished, obviously, guys, we got to let you know
what are we doing next?
What we're doing next week.
We got more Christmas.
More Christmas.
You want to do the movie or the beer first?
You hit them with the beer. Well, I guess it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, not really.
They're not connected.
They're not going to guess anymore.
Yeah, well, not for this one at least.
Yeah,
especially. So the movie we're doing, The Year Without a Santa Claus, because this is loose ends, and we need
more Rankin and Bass.
So we decided we're going to do that.
And the beer is 50 West Christmas Cookies. Ale with spices.
Don't know if it's a Christmas ale, if it's a regular ale. Don't know.
It says cookie.
With spices. Christmas cookies.
You put cookie in something. I want it to be sweet.
Well, and here's my thing. Just like we already said, none of these had a specific reason for the movie, but this one did have a specific reason to be here.
Yeah.
And it's because we didn't want to have cookie to cookie.
Yeah.
Because last week for Ernest, we had sugar
cookie.
And this one's Christmas cookies.
Cookie.
Now, they will be drastically different beers because last week's was indeed, like we said, it tasted like baked goods.
Yeah.
And by the time it was done and it got a little bit warm, it had that very buttery, yeasty, like it was great. This will 100% be a Christmas beer.
Yeah. This one I'm worried about.
I'm out of all of them we have.
Yeah, this was the one I'm like, I feel like I might not like this.
Nothing against you, 50 West.
I'm sure you got good shit.
We'll find more of your stuff. It's against the Christmas beer aspect in general, not you.
There's a lot of those Christmas spices I feel don't work in beer
as well,
unless you are very careful. Like it has to
unless
be
you do
the slightest
Jackie-O did
hint of it.
They did it great. They know what they're doing.
So we'll find out next week.
Anything you want to tell them before we're done, though, Bo?
Man, I want everybody to check out our merch. If you noticed, last week or the week before that, we had
we've been putting in for a little bit now. Yeah. Let's leave it there. Yeah. So I am gonna try to find maybe a something maybe put it to our themes. I don't know. I'll figure something out.
Cool.
But the only problem is, like, then I have to do special editing for because like the
it's
audio already has it put in. You know what I'm saying? Like
more work. I get it.
Well, it's just I don't want them to hear it twice.
Can we come up with a merch theme?
That's what I was saying. That's you got there. That's what I was saying. I wasn't saying that the work was hard. I was saying I don't want them to hear our theme, like literally like theme. Hey, this is Shane. This is Bo. Theme. Yeah, that's all I was getting at. I don't want them to hear it immediately after hearing it.
Just keep driving that 8-bit noise into their head.
But yeah, like we have been putting it there. Merch is being advertised. I might even try to come up with a better advertisement. But for right now,
I like with all the tie-dye.
Yeah, for right now, we were definitely trying to let you guys know it's there.
It's there. If you like us, you can have the Riddick Rat as your very own shirt, t-shirt, hat, backpack, hoodies.
I don't know if there's a back. Is there a backpack? Maybe I did make a backpack. I can't remember, dude. I've done so much. And again, there's
a lot of shit.
Reach out to me. I can probably try to make something else if we need something else, guys. If there's some kind of product you want.
There's a link somewhere. I'm sure.
Oh yeah. No, it's included in all the stuff now. I've already added it to all the things.
It's all there. And now there's the picture.
All right.
Crowbars up. Keep the change, you filthy animals.